right, we're going to continue the conversation about, sadly, about Bobbi Kristina. A lot of people on Twitter were caught up on, you know, she blinked her eyes, and I know you and Judy tried to say that might not...
It might not mean much. You can have reflexive responses of various type and have very low or limited brain function. But they've been saying all along it's limited brain function. They've not been saying brain dead. And let's be clear, brain death and death are the same thing. You can keep the body alive almost indefinitely, but everything else resides up in here.
So if she were to recover, what kind of quality of life could she have?
Hard to say. It's really hard to say at this point because hypoxia, again, the oxygen deprivation of the brain, a young brain can really recover from a massive injury. Like, remember, Joan Rivers had the same exact injury, but at 80, it's like, no, it's not going to go so well. I brought my radio intern here, too, Tyler.
I know, everybody's so welcoming.
Did you hear us talking about this? Any thoughts?
Yeah, it's just like, what control of her life does she even have? Like, you know, when y'all were talking about her weight, that's the only control that she has left. And it's like, what if she got to a boiling point where it's just like, let me take control now and make everybody listen?
And social media has been so harsh on her over the past 3 years, from her marrying the guy that she once thought of as her brother.
Which is weird.
Right, but also the things that they've said to her about her talent when she finally put out that one YouTube video like a year and a half ago. They were so brutal. You're not your mother. You have no talent. I mean, that has to weigh in on somebody.
But now with the movie, with the biopic, she had a lot of criticism lately. So.
Why? What was the criticism?
Just her life in general, because it was a Whitney biopic.
And the family wasn't involved in the making of the film, and so there's always that contention.
Didn't she really advocate to be a part of it in the very beginning, and for some reason they didn't want her to be a part of it?
She wanted to play Whitney, and Angela Bassett decided that wasn't the direction she wanted to take in that film, and she kind of said some negative things towards Angela. Of course, Angela kept it classy because she's an older woman, she understands this. It's just unfortunate that, and this goes with every child on social media, that they don't understand those people that are thumb thugging and saying these things, first would never say them in front of you, and second have their own inner demons that they're typically dealing with and own issues, and they feel like they just want to spew negative because all they have is negative.
And you can't help but worry that substance had, if not a big role, at least some role to play in all this. And it just, watch that footage of her in that Lifetime show, made me very uncomfortable. So sad.
Well, of course, we're going to be following this story, and our thoughts and prayers are with Bobbi Kristina.